going.
And a nice looking draw off of that swing as well. Two equally beautiful tee shots.
Yeah, two really good ones there, Kay. In the mid-1990s, Tiger Woods won 3 consecutive U.S. Amateur Championships.
A tournament where you have to be mentally tough and just keep telling yourself, even if you're not hitting it well, you need to keep telling yourself that you're playing well and visualize the shots.
She has such a perfectly square setup. Her toes, knees, hips, shoulders. And that's what leads to so much of her consistency.
Safe one there by Zhang. Quick moment to let you know the USGA is helping make golf more welcoming.
Pick up USGA flag on the left, you like it.
Now Ruffles.
She has 156, playing uphill 161. I think this was somewhat in between.
And can answer any question and guide her in the direction that she needs to go.
And also with the support mentally and emotionally, as we saw, Kay, last year after the NCAA championships, a heartbreaking loss for Gabby against Haley Moore of Arizona, and maybe didn't quite respond and react as one should or could, and the three of them got involved.
Yeah, she came out much stronger mentally, decided she needed to control her emotions more and not be on that up and down roller coaster. Well, she'd go on to win the North-South later that summer. A month later, win her first U.S. Women's Amateur Championship. So she learned from that defeat, learned a lot from that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that family powwow has worked out pretty well for Gabby Ruffles. It was an amazing summer a year ago. It would be another great one here if she would be able to defend her U.S. Women's Amateur Championship title. So a couple of birdie putts upcoming as we look from high above to the green down at 9. Zhang should be first to go.
This putt is breaking left to right. It's not the most difficult putt, but I think it's one that she wants to try to get close, and if it goes in, great.
This morning, Gabby Ruffles chipped from off the green in the same direction, and we saw that it broke a fair bit left to right, and it wasn't as fast as she thought. She can go ahead and hit this with a little bit of authority. But definitely play it higher than she initially might think. Well done on the speed side.
And Kay, did you notice how quickly Gabby walked in to look at the line?
Very smart.
One of those things she continues to learn, gets a little more experience, a bit more savvy in these big spots.
Well, and Steve, continuing your conversation about Gabby and her family, I spoke to Justin Silverstein, who's caddying for her coach at USC after her match yesterday. I said, wow, I said, she's so poised, she's so calm out there in these situations. He said, yep, just look at her family, that's where she gets it from. He said it just comes naturally to them all.
And she's had great role models.
Exactly.
We had to kind of figure it out ourselves, didn't we?
Exactly. Well, and it's a different era now, with the quality of coaching, the level of understanding, even at junior level in what goes into playing quality golf.
This for birdie in the win.
It's hard to believe that we just have 9 holes left in this championship. So much golf has been played. And where are they in this match? tied.
Yeah, it's not someone needing a charge and a comeback.
No.
And you think back to last year, Gabby Ruffels, they were tied after the first 18 holes. She was one down with 4 to play, birdied 15, 17, 18 with a 12-foot putt to win it there. Tied up right now. Here is Ruffels.
And really this whole K, just 3-shot holes for these players today. Just really have to think about position all the way down this hole. And having played it this morning gives them somewhat of an advantage because they know exactly where they need to place it.
And they both made par on this hole this morning.
Zhang started off a little slow in this second 18, but she's really come back and played a good front 9, and I think she just needs to keep her foot on the gas going forward.
Yeah, if you look at her front 9, she had 3 bogeys, but 2 birdies to counteract.
Yep. In the fairway, so they will walk up to their seconds. We tell you at the beginning of the week there were 12 USGA champions in the women's amateur field. All of them treasure their victories and aspire to win more. And join the ranks of players who have won 3 or more USGA trophies. While winning is important, winning the right way is what has defined all of these great players. It's 27 holes. They've started the second 9 in the afternoon, and just in front of this bunker here, the second coming up for Zhang.
She has 230 to cover the bunkers on the right, so she can't quite do that, but just keeping it left or even short of these bunkers and giving herself a good 3rd shot in.
And favor the left side for a better angle to the right hole location.
Pretty swing, isn't it?
It is. She and her coach, George Pinnell, work very hard on simplifying her swing, creating no manipulation in the swing. They work hard on the simple plane.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Get some food in there. Graze all afternoon.
Karen, what about Gabby now?
White sign, yeah.
Basically, she just needs a shot of about 200 yards again just to put it into a position similar to where Rose is, maybe even a little bit more left of Rose's. But what's interesting, though, is that Gabby and her coach, Justin Silverstein, waited back a little bit off this tee just to allow Rose to walk ahead, because when Rose has been getting to her ball first, she's been taking a bit of time, and Gabby's been waiting a long time to play her second shot. So by hanging back, it means she has less time to think and get over a shot and keep in her game.
But normally you have to just play a little more break, especially with this one. It's going down the hill quite a bit, so it's gonna break more.
So hit it out a little higher and just let it trickle down to the edge of the hole. If it drops in, bonus. Overall, pretty good putt.
Yep.
She gave it a legit chance, and it didn't go racing by too far.
Speaking of chances, Gabby's got one now.
Well, and I can see why Kurt was saying that she's just left it in the perfect spot, right below the hole. And can I just say that who needs Frank Nobilo when you've got Kurt Byron up there rolling balls around the greens, doing a fantastic job for us.
Exactly. Giving us a sneak preview of what's coming up.
I don't see this doing a great deal, Kay. It's one of those putts that, you know, it's just a nice, solid, aggressive stroke, and you'll go into one up.
So maybe a little bit higher on the right side of the hole as she's looking at it. So, if anything, just right of center.
And I like how she takes control of her green reading. You know, she does it for herself. She sees the line. That way she knows exactly the speed that she wants to roll it at, because nobody else is giving her input in that.
The best putters in the game, they read their own greens.
And I think some of the most successful players are the ones who are the best green readers.
Ouch. So that was a terrific.
Person shared with us the other day, Kay, 5 years from now, she'll play the game differently because she continues to learn those little things and some stuff in between the years that she continues to improve on. So that could be trouble for a lot of people down the road. She's set to go here at 11.
This morning she just took a fairway wood to lay it up short of the bunker, taking no chances in running into it. Doing the same again today, this afternoon. Wind is just a little bit of help in this, and from the right.
230 yards downhill to that bunker on the right.
This one's drawing to the middle of the fairway, left half maybe.
Carbon copy from this morning. Zhang hit driver at 11. Did not end up particularly in a good position, but she's got driver again.
And I'm surprised that she's going with driver again. This morning, her dad stayed back and shot the yardage from Gabby's ball, which was just short of the bunker. And I thought she was going to take a different approach and lay it back, but she's not.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see the need for driver here at all. She's aiming at the left edge of the bunker.
That one worked out a little better. Okay, let's take a look at this par 4.
341 yards, and like a lot of holes out here, an elevated tee hitting down to a low tilted fairway. This one tilts from right to left, a bunker on the right that comes into play, and then hitting up to a very elevated green. The approach shot play is a good half a club. Successfully pulled it off, and therefore is in an advantageous position. If she had hit it in the left rough, all bets are off. But now you can flip around the other side. Gabby's going to go first. She has a chance to hit a good shot first and put pressure on her opponent.
Sophia, for you, when you won this championship 3 years ago, as it got deeper into the afternoon 18, how much did you stick to your plan and maybe force Albin to try to catch you?
Yes, I tried to stick to my plan most of the way, but when it was coming down to the stretch, I was 4 up after the first 18, and then Albin, she actually won the 19th hole and brought it back to 3 up. So, you know, I knew she was still there. She was still playing. So I just had to keep playing my game, being aggressive when I thought it was smart, being conservative when I needed to. And I didn't really change much throughout the last day. But as it got down to the end, when we were running out of holes, I just had to remain, you know, in the moment and focus on the shot ahead of me.
That ball flew this morning. I think you need to take at least 5 off this.
Yeah.
I got this at 1, 2, 3 yards full. This thing's going 30, 31, 30, 29. Okay. I feel any wind should be a little bit right.
Say it like 110?
Yeah. Perfect. Just control your speed here.
So, Karen, we heard Gabby and Justin reference how this hole played about 4 hours ago.
Yeah, you could hear him say that she had 1, 2, 3 yards this morning. She has 114 today, this afternoon. She's got a 9 on. It's does play uphill, but this is not a very big 9-iron for her. Has a little finesse, this one.
Yeah, there's plenty of club.
Yeah. Backstop behind the hole.
Asked for it to go. It did.
That leaves a tough, quick putt. She's really good at taking off 3, 4, 5 yards with her clubs. That's having good, yardage control.
Now let's see if Zhang can take advantage of that aggressive tee shot.
She hit a good shot into this hole location earlier today. I think she's just going to try to do the same thing again.
How much closer is she, Sophia, than Ruffels?
Well, she likes to grip down on her wedges. Green light special here to fire right at the flagstick.
I think she was about 25 yards closer than Ruffels.
Big advantage off the tee, but
big mistake.
Doesn't take advantage with her second.
I don't think she can believe it went that far.
And she was switching clubs, Kay. She went back to the bag and took out another club.
Nothing wrong with the strike, just too much club. She likes to grip down on her wedges, particularly when the ball's above her feet. I think she hit it just how she wanted to and was surprised.
I wonder if she was maybe in between, went with more, went with less.
She's got a front row seat to this great golf. Kendra's been a part of the USGA for many, many years. Oh, that was really well done.
Yeah, she looked at it from every angle. And from that spot, Kay was just trying to cozy it down there.
And that's what gives Woodmont Country Club such a great personality are the greens. They're extremely steep in portions. And when you get on the wrong side of the hole, usually above the hole, you just are grinding to get it down there within 2 feet.
Now Ruffels, Karen, for birdie to win the hole.
Well, and I think we've just seen a really good example of, having an experienced coach caddying for you. Justin was telling her, this is what you did this morning. This is how far the ball flew. This is what you did. This is what we've got this afternoon. Then you can make a good decision on what clubs you have. And it takes a good caddy to keep all those notes and to make sure that you have the information at the right time. In the same way as he goes back and picks up on other holes where she's had similar shots and can tell her how far the ball's flown in those situations. It gives the player confidence. But this is a nice little window of opportunity here, having just missed one on the previous hole. Can she take advantage?
She cannot. You would think it might be conceded.
Not going to happen.
Nah, this late in the match, I don't think you're going to get many of those goods.
No, holes are running out now. This is, it's not very long, but it's just outside that circle of friendship.
And these are the putts, yeah, at home you say that's good, you scoop it up, but in high-level tournament play, I'll see it, please.
Well, you can't take it for granted either, Kay. You have to give it its due.
Gabby in with 4 and picks up the mark of Rose Zhang and says, you're good as well. So they remain tied through 29 holes. They head over to the par 4 12th. And Kay, let's take a look at it.
Oh, this is a great par 4. 377 yards. This is a hole that has right to left movement, yet the fairway slopes left to right, kind of that reverse camber personality. Must find the fairway here because the second shot in is to a very large green, but again, a very extreme green that slopes mostly from back to front, left to right. Today's hole location is 25 paces on, just 4 from the left. Again, 13 hole locations, 4 paces or less from the edges of these greens. Really challenging the players in this championship match.
30th hole of the match, Kay, and we are all tied up, has been for the last few holes. You get to that point down the stretch, too, where you know, mentally it just changes so much, and now you're thinking, I don't want to make that big mistake either.
Well, any mistake just becomes magnified that much more because it's so much more meaningful with less and less holes to play.
Someone's 2 or 3 up, you're kind of guarding that lead. The other person's charging. Right now, they're both in the same situation. Trying to listen in, can't quite pick up conversation.
Yeah, I think suggesting that Gabby goes with a 3-wood.
She did this morning, Kay. I think, one, it stops her from, should she just leave it hanging out to the right a bit, it gives her a little bit more room from running through on the right side. But typically with the more loft on the 3-wood, it gives the player a little bit of help in trying to turn it over a bit, get the ball just to fall down to the left, which is crucial on this hole.